Morning, Belize and the world. Welcome to Thursday's edition of Hosting the Morning, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your entertainment and information center in Belize. Television coverage provided by Wave Television, CBC Channel 54, CCV Channel 11, Southern Cable Network Channel 43, Dangriga Cable Vision Channel 54, BM North Curzon Channel 11, Nortivision Channel 10, Northern Cable Network NCN Channel 59, St. Charles Cable Channel 54 in Punta Gorda Town, CTL Cable in Mascal Village. Hosting the Morning is carried live on Sugar City Radio 103.1 FM and East Radio 104.9 FM in Orange Walk. You can also find us using the MadLab Radio Belize app, which you can download on your Apple and Android devices. Wave Radio and Wave TV is live every day on our Facebook page, Wave Radio and Wave TV. Find us, like the page, and tune in every day. Joe Bradley, O.J. Elrington, we're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City on a Thursday. It's the 5th day. Wow. It's the 5th day of April 2018, right? And it's, as usual, it's Thursday. The Guardian is out. Get a copy of the Guardian. The headline article, what is Philippa Cadle doing with 131.543 acres of land? And this is a part, and this article is on page 2. And then marking bullets to curb crime. And that article is on page 4. And then Philip Willoughby becomes Nemo operations officer, and wanted American maybe in Belize. And these are but some of the articles in the Guardian. So grab a copy of the Guardian, read it, and when you finish read it, share it with your family and your friends. But before we get into the discussion today, let's take a look at the weather for Thursday, the 5th day of April 2018. The information is at 6 this morning. The general situation, fair and mostly dry conditions will prevail. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and its coastal waters, mostly sunny today and partly cloudy tonight, with isolated showers and the chance of an isolated thunderstorm inland this afternoon. The marine conditions, the winds coming out of the east at 10 to 20 knots, the sea stayed choppy. The outlook for Friday and Friday night, mainly fair weather with only isolated showers. The temperatures, the highs today along the coast, 84 degrees, inland 90 degrees, in the hills 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows tonight along the coast, 78 degrees, inland 68 degrees, in the hills 64 degrees Fahrenheit. The astronomical conditions, the tides. A low tide occurred this morning at 46 minutes after 6. Another low tonight at 19 minutes after 8. A high tide will occur this afternoon at 46 minutes after midday, followed by another high tomorrow morning at 59 minutes after 1. The sun rose this morning at 54 minutes after 5 and will set this evening at 6 minutes after 6. The moon will set this morning at 36 minutes after 9 and will rise tonight at 53 minutes after 10. We want to say thanks to forecaster Shana Young and the Belize Weather Bureau for providing us with today's weather information. OJ, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
It's a Thursday.
Yes, trending Thursday.
Yes, man.
So, I want to say, first and foremost, I can't believe last week I came and it was my mother's birthday last week.
Man, you forgot.
And I didn't forget, but I didn't do my normal ritual of giving wishing.
But I don't know how that go.
You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, I got some backlash for that. So I want to say first and foremost, before we begin today's edition, that I want to publicly bid my mother a happy birthday. It was last week. What day was that? Last week.
Thursday.
Friday. Last week Friday. Yes, Good Friday. It was on Good Friday last week. So
30th.
Yes. Last week Friday. So begin the day by that.
Yeah.
And I guess I should begin by, so that I don't forget anybody else who celebrated a birthday last week that we missed. You know, we didn't send out our normal birthday greetings for all those persons celebrating birthdays last week. And begin it by saying anybody that's celebrating birthdays this week, we want to bid them a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so
It looked like some people when we wish them happy birthday upon first thing in the morning, boy, that's a great gift for them.
Of course,
Yeah.
most certainly.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I know that, you know, over the last, as the headline, we have, well, obviously, I know you've said it before, go out and get yourself a copy of the Guardian.
I read it. Boy, some very interesting article. That was, well, just before, well, you know, I gave a paper and I browsed through it. And that's the only thing, one article, there's some fish. Right? I said, man, this is definitely how the PUP treat you.
Well, and let me begin on a positive note before I even go into the negative. I see here two things that are positive developments. First and foremost, I want to congratulate our brother, Mr. Philip Willoughby, on his appointment as the Nemo operations officer. I think that's
Mr. Nemo.
I think that's all he has shown, the ability and the willingness and the hard work that would make him an excellent fit for that position. And so we wish him the best. I mean, wish him the best. Wish him the best. I was going to say wish Mr. Willoughby the best, but that's kind of like a tongue twister, no?
Yeah.
And secondly, last week's show, we had the new commander for Belize City Southside, Mr. Howell Gillett, on the show. And I can tell you, remember when he was here, he said he would add me to his WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
And I can tell you that, and sadly enough, you see, the media does not, again, I've said this over and over, does not pick up on positive initiatives. And I'm sure that members of the media are persons who are within this chat group as well, and there are far too many projects for me to say, and which he has already undertaken, and meetings that he has had with the community in trying to curb this, in trying to create this partnership between the between the community and the police. I think one of them that he had shared with us last week, and which was executed, was the cleaning out of the holding cells at the police stations, with, you know, having it washed down with the power washer. Well, not even the power washer, with the hose from the fire department. I can see that how he has gone out and he has met with several different members of the Belizean community, including Scotiabank, including WASA, including, like I said, numerous meetings he has had in trying to create the type of partnerships to assist in curbing this scourge of crime and violence. And so I must applaud him, and I definitely think that we are certainly on the right track, and that creating that type and fostering that type of relationship, that type of trust between the police department and the community is critically important for us in trying to see a reduction in crime and violence. Again, like I said last week, I am under no type of illusion that crime is going to be fixed overnight, but if we have this steady and steadfast approach in approaching the problem, then we're going to see the type of results that we want to see, you know?
Yeah. And one of the things I think he mentioned last week while he was here, he was telling us about bullets.
Yes.
And he was saying that they're looking into the possibility of marking bullets so that you have and he also said that he was going to have a meeting with gun dealers who sell ammunition, because
and that is what
basically he is of the opinion, and they want to know how the bullets get on the street, because basically a lot of these guns are illegal firearms, so they the holders don't have gun license, and so they are not able to go and buy bullets at any gun dealer. And so what they're trying, what he did, he's saying, no, you know, mark the bullet, and that's not hard to do, because you know, as well as a lot of people out there know, that each gun has a signature,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever you fire the bullet, where the shell has this, the casing has this mark, and so from the expended shell, you could identify where the bullet is coming from, which gun. And so now he's saying also that what you do, you know, we gun holders going to practice and that kind of thing. You've got to bring your shells now to replenish your shells, because he was saying also that each gun holder has the authority to hold 100 rounds, but during which period? And so they're looking at that now, and in that way I believe that they'll be able to identify where the bullets are coming from, because people, there's work out there on the street where people come across from the bullets come across from Guatemala, so then you know exactly where are the bullets coming from, and so that's one way of really, you know, looking at and trying to minimize the use of a gun.
Most definitely. And I had the full intention of us discussing in a related matter the crime bills that were recently passed in the House. That is a part of the entire package of things that is being done to try to assist in curbing this scourge of crime and violence. But I've decided that we will delay that until next week, because what I've done, I've asked the Attorney General, your godson, to come in, the Honorable Michael Perry-Feet, to come in and discuss in detail with us the provisions of those bills, and specifically the crime control bill, because there have been some sweeping changes that have been instituted that we hope will have a significant impact in curbing this, in specifically addressing the gang culture in Belize, because that is at the core of the most violent crimes in our society, and therefore there have been a number of legislative changes which, again, sadly enough, has not been discussed in enough detail so that people can understand what are some of the things that have happened, but
and see why the reasons why they've been implemented.
Yeah. But in summary, I would just say that basically what has been done is that they have given stiff penalties for persons who are found to be gang members, persons who, even stiffer penalties for those who are found to be gang leaders. It ranges between 10 to 20 years imprisonment. There is stiff penalties for those persons who harbor known gang members. That is, can be up to 5 years. And two of the provisions that I liked the most is the provision that says that persons who try to recruit minors to be members of gang can be subject to 15 years imprisonment, and if they try to recruit a minor in the vicinity of a school, a church, a playground, the penalty can be up to 20 years for persons found trying to recruit minors into gangs, because as you know, minors are the lifeblood of these gangs, and we've seen more and more the phenomenon that the persons committing these heinous crimes are getting younger and younger and younger and younger. And so I think that it is a great initiative to try to cut off that supply, or at least provide significant penalties for those persons who are known recruiters for the gangs.
Yeah. Well, Jay, we'll be having two guests today.
Definitely.
Because we're having Detail.
Yes, I remember, yes, definitely.
And then we have the Attorney General will be coming.
No, the Attorney General is coming next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Next week,
okay,
I said that's why I'm just giving in summary, because he will discuss it more in detail.
Yeah.
But
and
since
be able to explain,
yes,
yeah,
but since you were discussing some of the initiatives that are being done to try to address the issue of crime and violence, I just thought that it would be an opportunity, because that was what I came with. I had the full intention of us discussing that this morning for Trending Thursday, seeing as though, you know. But
and one of the things we need to say, one of the things, you know that one of the measures that at the press conference a few Sundays ago that they had announced that they were going to designate certain areas.
Yes.
And I heard the Attorney General in an interview saying that the legislation has already been drafted.
No, it has more than been drafted. It has been passed. It has been passed. So what has happened is that the legislation has gone through all the phases, has been passed, and the only thing that is left for it to come into effect was for it to be signed by the Governor General.
But that has been set on hold.
That's right.
Because they're working the mediation.
Yes.
They're working the mediation, and it would appear that they're moving ahead quite rapidly, and the mediation is sort of proving that at this point we could hold that off a little, because this is working.
Yes.
And we need to do something, and I could if you look out there, you feel it. You feel things are happening, and like you say, and I want to join you in commending Mr.
Howell
Gillett, because it talk, but you're sitting there happen.
That's right.
And I had a discussion with one of me, a friend of mine yesterday, and he's also looking at getting training for the staff, the policemen, and I think yesterday Dale and I hosted the show where we talked about crime, and so and I know the person who called us was a police officer or an ex-police officer, and the person suggested that maybe what we have to do, we have to have continuous training, because a lot of the police officers probably, when they left training school, that's the end. And so continuous training, and this Mr. Gillett is looking into providing training and so. But OJ, let us take a short commercial break. We bring in the people from BTL, make we hear about BTL this morning.
That's right.
And then after that we could continue the discussions. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. We'll be right back after the short commercial break.
Today's mobile lifestyle demands a mobile app to match. And with the new DigiGo app, all prepaid customers can now manage their account on the go. Check anything and everything anytime you want. Balances, usage, promos, and even live chat support right in the app. Just download and log in. Using the app for the first time? Select First Time Registration. Simplify your life with DigiGo. Available for free from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hey Digicel prepaid customers! You can now travel abroad and easily share the fun with family and friends back home with Digicel's new prepaid data roaming service. Digicel is the first to offer prepaid data roaming in Belize. No need to search for Wi-Fi abroad anymore.
Stay connected with mobile data access in 27 countries.
Stay connected using WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. Find your way around using Google Maps. The choice is yours. All at the lowest rate in the region. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Just dial star 100# to purchase your 7 or 10-day plan before leaving Belize or while roaming. It's that easy. Visit www.digicel.bz/prepaid roaming for a list of countries. So go roam and share the fun with Digicel's new prepaid data roaming.
If it's a party for 18 to 30, we party with Fiesta.
Fiesta and Coke, you know, that I not joking, no know about play.
If it's a party for 30 to 45, we party with Fiesta. If it's a party for 50 to 80, we party with Fiesta. Travelers Fiesta Rum, the new party rum of Belize. Ask for it at a store near you. For 18 and over, drink responsibly.
Attention all students. The Social Security Board is now accepting online applications for 4 types of scholarships: high school, vocational technical, sixth form, and bachelor's level. This year, the scholarship application process has been enhanced. It has been automated. Applicants are to submit their scholarship application with the required documents online via our website www.socialsecurity.org.bz. For more information about Social Security Board's scholarship program, contact us via telephone 822-2163, email info@socialsecurity.org.bz, Facebook SSB Belize, or a branch office nearest to you. Deadline for submission is Thursday, May 31st, 2018. Apply online today for a Social Security Board scholarship.
$10%, pretty gift card, low rate per mortgage.
Wake up out of that dream, Hara. That another bank you the dream about.
My gosh, Henry. After that dream, I realized my bank the chance me.
You know how long I tell you make we go down the Heritage Bank and try better off yourself?
Here at Heritage Bank, we are privileged to serve you as Belize's premier banking institution. We appreciate our customers' business and continually work on improving the customer's experience by providing a wide range of low-cost products and services designed to exceed your personal or business expectations. So come on into our offices and see what all we have to offer.
Why, Henry, I glad I make the switch because I love the Heritage Bank experience.
If you happy, I happy to be. Beside the fact that the previous bank still charge for everything.
Heritage Bank, the bank that gives you more.
Wave FM, la radio número 1 en Belice. Estéreo Wave, la máxima dimensión en radio, en el 105.9 en frecuencia modulada, con los hits del momento, desde la ciudad de Belice, Centroamérica.
Studio 2 Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your entertainment and information center in Belize. OJ Rington, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City. On a Thursday, it's the 5th day of April 2018. Joining us this morning in studios, we have Miss Kenny Simpson and Mr. Stephen Yearwood from BTL. Lady and gentlemen, welcome to First Thing in the Morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Morning. Yes, man. And tell us first thing. We'll start with the lady. Tell us what you do at BTL.
Well, like you mentioned, I'm the product manager for fixed and data services. So that's my main role. We're going to be talking about GST and how it affects my services. So.
And your role?
I'm the advertising and communications coordinator. So I get the message out to the public and I ensure that everything is clear, concise, and
we want to ask our listeners and our viewers out there, if you have any questions, feel free to call us, because we have the man right here The man who's supposed to clear up all the problems you have, and all the questions, answer all the questions. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. So, Ms. Simpson, tell us.
So yes, primarily the reason we're here today is to talk about how GST is going to be applied to our data services. As you all are aware, last month, the government announced that they would now be starting to tax data services. So initially, all of our other services did carry a GST tax or a charge. However, data was excluded from that. So as of April 1st, we just wanted to inform our customers that they should expect to see a GST charge on all data services. So that includes your data plans for prepaid, your postpaid plans, your Diginet, your home internet, any kind of internet
data
service.
Roaming, or 99 cents data promotion, Diginet residential and business, and high-speed internet.
For me, it's a weird thing, you know. Although I knew that data services were not taxed. It's weird because for me, I'm like, okay, so what is tax? Like, is voice calls? Because for me, I know I barely use like, you know, the regular voice call. Like, it's very, very rare. I mean, it's automatic even when I am calling locally, just because out of habit, you know, I go to my WhatsApp, and so that's the automatic thing that I call between the international or local or whatever. So I understand that how the move to tax the data services was to try to capture back some of the revenue that was that has been lost over time because of this move and the innovations and the ease with which it is now to communicate via data services, whether it is WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever else calling service that exists, you know. And obviously, if we want, you know, the thing about us as human beings is that we want certain services, so we want all the services of government, but when it's time to pay those taxes,
to provide the services,
yeah, to provide those services, you know, then we don't want that. And I know similarly with retail, you know, everybody wants, like, oh well, we want state-of-the-art services when it comes to retail. I go in the States and I see this and I do that, and but
the states they pay
but when it's time to pay, say no, I don't want to pay any increase. So I just thought I told that, you know, as a backdrop, because for me, I know personally, I'm like, every month I have postpaid service with them, and every month I think that I have so many minutes left over. Like literally, I have so many hundreds of minutes left over because rollover minutes because I simply don't use them just out of habit. So tell us about how exactly will this be applied to the data services.
Okay, so I'm gathering that for you, you're a postpaid plan user. And so for those customers, they can expect to see on their monthly bill now a GST charge. For if you only had the postpaid plan, you would now see a GST charge. In terms of our data basic users, which are the prepaid users who only were being charged for data on a monthly basis, they had never ever seen any GST charge. So now, starting this month, they're going to see a charge of 12.5% for that service.
Well, I will say first and foremost, being a loyal Digicel user, and what is it? A Digifan?
A
Digifan, and you know, I encourage all Belizeans to support our telephone company. You know, it is by far the best telephone company. Beyond being our telephone company, is by far the best telephone company in Belize, and that is not because, you know, Steve is a good friend of mine for many monkey years, and my good friend here was a former student of mine. You know, not because of those reasons I'm saying this, but because it is absolutely the best service. And if you want quality service, you have to understand that, you know, you pay, and obviously, like everything else, there are hiccups at times, because even I have had my issues with. So when you want your service, because if your data they don't for one day, it's a lot.
Yeah,
you understand? For me, at least, you know, because like I said, it's my tool of communication on a consistent basis with friends, with clients, with everybody, and so it is a vital tool for me, and some would say for fun, maybe too much. But so how does it work? You explain how it works for the postpaid customers. How exactly does it work for the prepaid?
But for the postpaid customers, I just need to add that we have 2 cycles. We have cycle 1 and cycle 2. Cycle 1, your bill is from the 1st of the month until the end. Cycle 2, your bill is from the 15th to the mid of the following month. So for those customers whose cycle started mid-March, your GST charges will be prorated as of the 1st of April. So I know there are persons listening and wondering, what about my bill? Rest assured, your GST charges will be prorated as of the 1st April to the 15th.
Okay.
For prepaid customers, they were already used to, for their text, when they buy the text bundles, that they would see that GST charge, additionally charged for that. So starting April 1st, they're going to start to see that the data plans will now start getting that charge as well. So they already know how it works in terms of the prepaid plans when you use *100# to purchase any of those plans. For the data roaming and any other data plans, they are now going to also see the additional charge for GST.
GST, and it will be there.
It's there.
Okay. But let's talk about the costs of communication in Belize, and as it relates to the cost of communication in other parts of the world. Comparatively, it's...
Well, one of the things that we've been seeing, and one of the goals that we have for the company, is to reach the top 3 in our destination in terms of speed and in terms of affordability. One of the issues that we have, one of the issues that we have is that the other Caribbean countries have a larger population.
Right. Yeah.
So what that means is that they have a bigger customer base. They can afford to give services at premium costs or prices. So it's one of the issues that Belize, we're a big country in terms of size, in terms of population density, not so much. So that is always one of the concerns that we have in terms of giving that service. So right now we're not at that point yet, but in 2020 we're definitely on par.
We're working
to become on par.
Well, let me tell you, I have lived in 2 other Caribbean countries, and I can tell you, and anybody who has lived in both those Caribbean countries can tell you that, and even persons that have come from other Caribbean countries to stay here or visit or whatever can tell you that the quality of service that you receive in Belize is superior to any of those. And I can tell you that for a fact. When you're talking, especially when you talk about data services, you think that we complain about telephone companies here in Belize. Well, you go to live in Jamaica or Barbados, then you will find out what the complaint.
Yeah.
And I say this in all honesty to give people context, but then, you know, people don't care about, the truth is, people don't necessarily care about how good or how bad it is in other countries. Human nature again tells you want it here in Belize, and especially if your only comparator is what you believe it to be in other places, because people don't necessarily think, oh well, it's expensive here, and they expect that, oh, you know, in other countries it's like super lightning speed for everything, and and I've seen that even the quality of service has improved drastically, even in just the last 2 years, 3 years, you know, there has been a drastic, don't talk about in the last 10 years, there has been leaps and bounds in terms of where we've come from. I don't know what to kind of put my friend here on the spot, because it's been a piece of research consistently that I wanted to know, but maybe he can help me, and I'll put him on the spot still. If in the last 10 years, what has when you're talking about just maybe just calling services, cost per minute, you have an idea of what the cost per minute was maybe 10 years ago to what it is now?
I can't remember all the way back to 10 years ago, but I know, and it's been trending. We have been reducing our rates as time progresses. So as to jump off that, take a little diversion. We are talking about the introduction of GST, right? And we know that, like yourself, it's a transition for customers because they've already been accustomed to not paying GST. So what we're doing to allow customers to continue enjoying savings we are reducing the rates on our data plans as a limited time promotion. So it goes back to what you're saying, that even though customers are saying in their mind, okay, well, I'm going to have to pay 12.5% more on all these things that I've grown accustomed to enjoying, we've decided to lower the rates. So customers are going to still be paying what they've been accustomed to paying. So our prepaid data customers, the plans are still as low as $2, but that $2 is inclusive of
the GST, 12.5. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So our postpaid customers are still going to be paying the same rates that they've been paying for their plans, but those plans are inclusive of GST.
So for the simple man, basically, you're saying that for some time, that basically BTL is going to be eating the cost of
the 12.5
for mobile data. And in terms of digital customers, as you know, that's our brand new home internet service. For residential Diginet customers, we are also going to be giving them a reduced price so that they keep enjoying the rates that they're already paying.
That will be for a time.
Yes.
For a limited time.
Okay. And then gradually you bring it in.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we didn't want it to be a major shock that, all of a sudden 12.5%. So we're giving customers a little leeway to get used to it, to start
transitioning into to ease the transition. So it's just our way of giving back. We've been giving more and more and more, and this is just another way for us to give back to our customers, our loyal.
And you're giving back, but you the take back on service. The service is still top of the line.
We're cutting no corners. All we're doing is reducing the rates.
Okay.
So the quality is still of superior standard. The packages are still the same. You still get the same amount, the same allowances in the various plans. We're just lowering the rates.
Okay. So 12.5% effective the 1st of April. And you were telling us that some people will build first to the end, and some people are the 15th to the.
So if your bill started on March 15th, so that means for that. The ending of March, you weren't supposed to get charged any GST. However, as of the 1st, legally we had to start charging GST. So we are going to prorate just for that.
The first 15 days.
So you want people to your customers to understand that now GST will be included.
Yes.
So if you see that increase, it will be as a result of the GST.
Yes.
And for those whose bill from 15 to the
from mid to mid,
it will only be for the half. So people can't come and say, well, no, charge me for the whole boat.
That is correct. So for persons wanting to find out more information on the different services that have been affected by GST, you can always visit belizetelmeda.net/GST-data. All the information is located on that webpage.
Okay.
What is it again?
belizetelmeda.net/GST-data.
Alright, excellent stuff. So,
but apart from our GST will be charged, what are some of the other services you offer, new services coming on stream?
Well, new services coming on stream, I've been encouraging everybody. We've recently launched our awesome DigiGo app. Prepaid customers, this is an awesome app. It comes with some really cool features. All the features that you as a prepaid customer could ever decided that you need. There's no need to visit the customer service office anymore. We have live chat on the app. You can make all your purchases via the app.
Wow.
You can check your data balances. You can check your credit balance. You can purchase credit. You can share credit with your family and friends, all from this one app. Purchase a data plan, purchase a text bundles, all the cool promotions that are currently going can be accessed from this one single app.
And even in the app, you're going to be able to see how much of that charge from your credit was for the service and how much was for GST.
GST also. Everything you could say.
Prepaid customers will be able to see that via the app.
Okay.
So Android customers, go to the Play Store, DigiGo. Apple customers, go to the Apple Store, DigiGo. Download that app today. Registration, it's really easy. There's a one-time registration. Once you're registered, as the name of the app implies, you just go.
You're responsible for advertisement and so, right?
You can tell.
There are some people were complaining in a remote areas where they can't get access and that kind of thing. What is being done to improve the accessibility in some of these remote areas?
Well, currently we are now at 127 cell sites countrywide, and as we speak, we are expanding to cover customers in those areas who I won't say we're going to reach everybody.
Yeah.
But we've done our research. We've looked at the areas where the larger number of persons requiring services are located, and we are installing towers in these areas. So we're expanding to address those very same concerns.
Okay.
Maybe you can give us because people like here when the place call, you said that there are certain places. Can you give us a little insight into maybe one or two of the places that you're talking about that have maybe a significant number of persons residing there? You know, we understand that if you live at Timbuktu,
you want today.
You understand me? The cost of just installing a cell site is not cost effective. It's not cost effective. Not feasible for the company. But maybe you can tell us maybe a village or something.
Well,
like
I can't really
look forward to.
I can't really name the villages, but I can say we're looking very heavily on the south.
Okay.
The experience along the Hummingbird Highway. Historically, once you hit the Hummingbird, people are accustomed to dead spots. Now, everybody who went down south for the Easter can attest to the experience that they know.
Because I know.
Maybe that is a bad thing, though.
Why?
Because I know self-inclusive. Well, that is one thing. But you can't excuse anymore. That's why you're off the grid.
Yeah.
That was through the Hummingbird. But also, it is that the Hummingbird is one of the most picturesque, scenic, and scenic routes, and normally because if you're everybody especially if you're not driving, you're there on your phone, and rather than enjoying the scenery. But that is one of the places that I find myself whenever I'm driving through, that I must take in the scenery, peaceful and take in the scenery. You understand me?
So what we're allowing you to do is to share that wonderful experience immediately.
You good.
Why?
But that is
because I remember at one point the last point you had where you could communicate was that the village, just when you enter into the Hummingbird,
Armenia. Yes, Armenia.
We used to stop by the bus shed and make your last call and say, well, I did Armenia, but no, that you could call the whole way.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's an ongoing expansion for us, and we've had a lot of customers reach out to us and share what about us in their respective areas. We've listened, we've passed all that information to our tech people. They go out, they do their research. It's just, when I talk about it, I get a bit excited because I know where we were in the past, I know where we are now, and I know where we want to be. And it's going to be an awesome experience for all customers. We keep improving our services, we keep doing promotions, we keep giving back, we keep doing more.
Okay, so speaking of giving back, I know BTL has a tradition of when they come on these TV shows to try to give away a prize. So you have anything for our listeners this morning? Our listeners, because I know you said that you have half an hour here, busy man.
I don't recall saying that. I don't recall saying that.
Oh, you don't recall saying that? We thought you were
about the half an hour. About the half an hour.
Yeah.
We thought you were limited. So yes, you have any little trinkets you want to give away to our loyal listeners here?
Of course, we can give away some free credit.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so what question do we have?
I'll leave the first question up to you. Being a loyal customer, I'll give you that honor.
How many sales sites we have throughout the country?
You just said that.
Wow. Good one. I would not even get that correct. So, but
I still remember.
Wow.
So the credit. So how much credit we are giving away?
$20.
$20 credit to anybody who can tell us how many sales sites we have throughout the country of Belize. And that was said just a while ago.
2 minutes ago.
Yeah, and our numbers are 2025360, 2025361. We've got a call. We've got 2 calls. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live. Hello? Yeah.
I'm on here?
Yeah, live.
Yeah, I just tuned in, so I didn't heard the question.
The question is, how many cell sites BTL have throughout the country?
Yeah. I never hear what you say because, like I said, but I called in to ask a question to the guys, if I may.
Okay, sure, man. Yes, man.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to know about the internet in schools because I know that BTL provides internet to certain schools.
That is correct.
But I am saying this because I'm a teacher and we have internet at our school, but I don't think that we're maximizing the use of it in terms of bringing the internet into the classroom because my campus where I work is very, very large. And the internet is only limited just to the computer lab.
Okay, what school is this?
Is there anything in place for BTL to expand, or is it left up to the school to make sure that the whole campus is covered with Wi-Fi, no?
Well, what I would suggest is that you reach out to us and come up with some ideas. We are always open to working with any school. Some schools have more far out ideas than others. Some schools are simply satisfied with providing internet to the computer lab. Like yourself, some have other ideas that they want to expand. So it's just a matter of reaching out to us and having a conversation.
The thing is, with our school, we are trying to move along with technology. So when my students enter the class, I would pull out my phone and mark my register electronically. But not everybody in the school has access to the computer lab or to Wi-Fi because I'm closer to the lab than they are, right? So one of the first things I would do in the morning and the afternoon is mark my class register electronically, but only 10% of the staff can do that, you know? So I was just thinking about how BTL can expand, you know, because it doesn't make sense for us to have something and we're not using it.
So like I said, reach out to us.
Yeah, I got you.
Reach out to us and share your ideas, and we'll work with you and see how best we can accommodate if possible. But I asked, what school are you referring to?
Well, after
you don't want to see it? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's
fine.
I don't know how we're going to.
Maybe you could call us. Maybe.
Well, I'm seeing your number, so I am taking note of your number as we speak.
Okay, good. You can just give me a call as soon as the show is over.
We got it.
Okay, I will do.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man. Thanks, yeah. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yes, man. For the answer for the question. 127 cell sites and growing.
I like the and growing.
127 cell sites and growing.
That is correct.
That is correct. And you want to give us your name?
Peter Siego.
Peter Siego. But you could just you got the number, so now just give on the credit.
I'm sending Mr. Siego's credit as we speak.
What you get so you want the $20 credit, all right? So you'll get it in a short while. Why technology?
I know our next question though. How soon will the internet get to Bandgreda?
That's the $1 million questions for a lot of areas. With DigiNet, it's a part of our larger. It's a part of our larger broadband plan to expand fiber internet to the entire country. So, with that being said, we are moving out to the districts now. We've already launched in Belmopan. We're moving to Orange Walk next. In terms of down south, we have you guys on the radar. Don't worry, it's coming in the upcoming year, I would say.
It's on the north side in Belize City, right?
Only in the north side.
And on the north side in Belize City.
So because it's such a big country, we couldn't just launch everywhere at the same time. So we're being strategic about the main areas we want to launch in. And we do have down south in our plans for the upcoming year. Specifically when, I can't say. But definitely we're already in Belmopan and we're coming to Orange Walk in the upcoming month.
Okay, so maybe by the end of the year, when they throughout the entire country, just like how we got that just like how we got our 27 sales sites are growing, huh? Yeah.
Like I said, it's an ongoing expansion for the fiber network, for the mobile network. We're just expanding.
You want to give me an next $20 or?
Of course.
All right. So well, I gave the first question. So let's put you give the next.
So give me 3 locations where Diginet is currently available. Only 3.
I will mention it just now. So 3 locations where Diginet is available. Our number is 2025360, 2025361, and light up already. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Is it in San Pedro?
Yes.
Belize City? In the Ladyville area?
Correct. That's
where in Belize City?
In the north side.
Correct.
These are easy questions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I may think they want to the same way hard.
I think they hard as well.
Sure. But listen, man.
My number is 602-4910.
You're getting your credit. You're getting $20 credit, and thanks for joining us this morning. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, and enjoy your calling. All right, that's it. Anyway, well, it's 7 minutes after 8 o'clock. Ms. Simpson, any your final words?
I'd just like to thank all the viewers and listeners for having us today. Thank you guys. And I want to remind all the customers in the areas that we just mentioned, in addition to Belmopan and Orange Walk, you could already start signing up via the website digicel.bz. We have a Diginet area and a link there. And we're also having our sales officers starting to roam in Belmopan. You could come into the offices. We have so many ways for you to sign up. So please, if you're in the area...
And Orange Walk, get ready.
Get ready, Orange Walk.
Get ready. I think I'll move to Orange Walk. Just to experience Diginet.
Yeah, because Diginet hasn't reached our areas in Belize City yet. So even us, not everybody in BTL has had it.
So Orange Walk can come in before Southside?
Before we?
Okay, wow. We've got a... Again. You know, we got a call. Let's take this call. Carlo, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, St. Matthews.
St. Matthews,
Okay, 2 years ago, they came down here to investigate my area where I live. So if we could get internet. So they came and researched this area, my house, the whole area where my house is. Now, 2 years. We have a public school in this village. They don't have internet. The whole village don't have internet. A lot of people want internet. You have a lot of kids going to college. They don't have internet. What are we doing? 2 years ago.
So let's hear from the people at BTL, and she's talking about St. Matthew's Village.
Yes. So to give her an answer as to why that is the situation, I am unable to do that. But what I am doing is I'm taking note of her number, and I'm going to reach out to my technical people and pass this information to them, and they are the best suited to answer that question.
Okay. So the Mr. Airwood will pass this information to his people, his technical people, and they will give you a call, and they will explain that to you, my dear. Okay? Okay, gone. Yeah, Mr. Airwood, your final words. Look like you don't want to go, because you want to talk more about BTL.
I just want to encourage everybody. Our Diginet rates, our plans are awesome. Our 5 meg plan starts at $69 plus GST. 10 megs, it's a super package. You get 10 megabytes for $99, 10 meg speed for $99. Plus you get
mobile data
and 100 minutes of talk for free. But the awesome package is the 20 meg plan, which gives you
you get 20 megs plus. At $169. You also get a landline, so for those of you who are
free home phone, a free home phone.
And then you also get either a postpaid light plan, or you get a prepaid plan with 300 minutes
and
off and on, and 10 gigs.
Before you go, somebody sent me a message just now. The question is, when will Southside?
Well, like I said, we do plan to get there. They are in our larger plan. But what we always hear is that the districts get overlooked. So the same way the lady from St. Matthews was saying, they felt overlooked. We had to consider the entire country. So we started with Belize City North. We are going to come back to Southside. We haven't forgotten you guys. It's just that we had to be strategic about where we go and to make sure everybody feels like they've been included in DigiNet.
And earlier we were talking about costs and that kind of thing, and we were talking about the Caribbean, right? And you look like Jamaica. Belize is twice the size of Jamaica, right? But the population in Jamaica far outnumbers Belize. So when you're talking about remote areas and that kind of thing, the area is wide to cover with infrastructure, and so all of that has a lot to do with the costing and that kind of thing.
But we, like Kenny said, we are definitely going to get to the south side. I reside on that side, so I also am patiently waiting for it to come to my area. Patiently waiting for it to come to my era. So it's like she said, it's not that we're overlooking anybody. We're being strategic.
We got a lot of business on the south side, you know.
Yes.
So then suffer too.
That's like everybody.
We're being strategic.
Okay.
And we also need to consider persons in the districts. The person from Dangriga called asking when are we going to come to Dangriga. Corozal has been calling, you know. So
St. Matthew the call.
St. Matthew's the call. So we are trying our best to spread this awesome service as far out as we can.
And as quickly.
And I'm surprised that the two destinations which were not second and third, not after Belize City, was not. Maybe I'm lobbying for them or whatever, or just saying in a strategic move. Cayo, specifically San Ignacio and Placencia, you know, because of the high density of those are the second and the third largest tourist destinations in Belize, and so
that is definitely something that we considered, but there are other factors. We can't display all the cards, but they definitely are on our list for the upcoming.
And San Ignacio being, and maybe not necessarily so, maybe Placencia, but when you're talking about San Ignacio, so far as the density in terms of the population, but like I said, it just hit me just now.
Coming soon.
It's coming soon to everybody.
And, and pretty soon we'll cover the entire country.
Yes. Well, I am a proud DigiNet customer, so I can
DigiNet fan.
No, DigiNet
specifically.
DigiNet specifically, meaning I have fiber. Although, like I said, you know, it's absolutely wonderful experience in terms of the quality and the speed that you get with it. So, you know.
Let's take this call before we go, because Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yes, good morning. This is Alfonso Nobla. I'm sorry to get in a little bit too late in the conversation, but I have a major concern as it relates to the question you had asked before. That is Southside. Now, Southside has probably the largest population in the city. There's more people on the south side of Belize City than there are in the north side, and there are large businesses that are very, very dependent on the internet and internet speed. Take, for example, the banks. There are hardware stores, Habet, and those large businesses that depend on fast, reliable internet speed. As a matter of fact, right downstairs where you guys are, Guardian newspaper, we have snail speed, and we're just a river separates us. And I'm wondering why is it that we can't get the DigiNet, and I think it's unfair that you guys are expanding everywhere else except the south side of Belize, and it seems like you're punishing people for what? For no reason, and there is absolutely no explanation that you guys have given us to tell us exactly why it is that we can't get DigiNet. And DigiNet is right here in Belize City. It originates in Belize City, and for you guys to just say, oh, where they come, and not kind of like, I mean, that I can pipe dream. And I think it's really, really unfair to people who depend on you guys, who have been loyal to you guys, and who are basically your seatbelt can't get it. And I think it's just something that you guys need to explain to the people why it is that on the south side of Belize today, people can't get DigiNet. And if you guys follow Facebook, people are happy with BTL right now, especially people on the south side of Belize today. It would seem like we're just being ignored, like we're being taken for granted. And I think it's really wrong and it's unfair.
Okay, my buddy. Point taken. You want BTL respond?
Well, like he had said, he kind of tuned in late, and it's really definitely something that we know DigiNet is so awesome. OJ was a testament to that. And it is something that not only the south side wants it. The districts, Miss St. Matthews has been waiting for 2 years. We would have wished that we could have shared it with everybody at the same time, you know, roll it out countrywide, but that just wasn't feasible. We had a cross-section of different teams, not just marketing, technical, that looked at population density. We looked at the different businesses. We looked at different factors. So really and truly, it's a part of a bigger plan. It's a few-year plan that we have, where we are going to get to these places. Everybody wants it. It's not just Alfonso. He's talking about a personal. I mean, that's how Steve feels. He really wants it to get there. We are getting.
You are moved with Orange Rock to experience it.
But Alfonso's call just now is just a testament to how badly people want this service. He's calling on behalf of Southside residents in Belize City. Orange Walk has been calling us. Corozal has been calling. Dangriga called. St. Matthews called. You know, so it's just a testament to how awesome and wonderful this service is. And
everybody wants it.
And how people realize that this service is going to change your life, because really and truly, it's a whole new experience when you are able to enjoy this quality of internet service to your home. So I am perfectly in agreement with Alfonso, except that it's not punishing people for being on the south side, because that would be the same mentality St. Matthews would have, or the person from Dangriga.
St. Matthews, they talk about 2 years
you're punishing me.
She don't even got internet.
You're punishing me because I live at Dangriga. You're punishing me because I live in Orange Rock, and that is not the case. It's just a strategic rollout plan that we have. It's over it's over a few years, and everybody, and I mean everybody, is eventually going to have the service.
We are looking at the entire country, so just stick in there. We're coming. I know it sounds like it's been a while that we've been saying it, but like I said, we've already rolled out to the Kaya district. We're going up north. We are expanding quickly.
And remember, we want to remind our customers out there, BTL customers, that effective the 1st of April, GST will be charged on all services.
Data.
On data, and that's really why we were here. So to create this awareness out there that GST will be charged effective the 1st of April 2018 on data. Lady and gentlemen, Miss Kenny Simpson and Mr. Stephen Yarwood, BTL DigiNet. Thanks for being part of First Thing in the Morning, and you're always welcome.
Yes, this is my first time on the morning show, but I'll definitely be back.
All right. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. OJ Elrington, Joe Bradley. We'll be right back. Commercial break.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hey Digicel prepaid customers, you can now travel abroad and easily share the fun with family and friends back home with Digicel's new prepaid data roaming service. Digicel is the first to offer prepaid data roaming in Belize. No need to search for Wi-Fi abroad anymore.
Stay connected with mobile data access in 27 countries.
Stay connected using WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. Find your way around using Google Maps. The choice is yours. All at the lowest rate in the region. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Just dial *100# to purchase your 7 or 10-day plan before leaving Belize or while roaming. It's that easy. Visit www.digicel.bz/prepaid roaming for a list of countries. So go roam and share the fun with Digicel's new prepaid data roaming.
If it's a party for 18 to 30, we party with Fiesta.
Fiesta and Coke, you know, that I not joke, him no know about play.
If it's a party for 30 to 45, we party with Fiesta. If it's a party for 50 to 80, we party with Fiesta. Travelers Fiesta Rum, the new party rum of Belize. Ask for it at a store near you. For 18 and over, drink responsibly.
Attention all students. The Social Security Board is now accepting online applications for 4 types of scholarships: high school, vocational technical, sixth form, and bachelor's level. This year, the scholarship application process has been enhanced. It has been automated. Applicants are to submit their scholarship application with the required documents online via our website www.socialsecurity.org.bz. For more information about Social Security Board's scholarship program, contact us via telephone 822-2163, email info@socialsecurity.org.bz, Facebook SSB Belize, or a branch office nearest to you. Deadline for submission is Thursday, May 31st, 2018. Apply online today for a Social Security Board scholarship.
$10, pretty gift card, low rate per mortgage.
Wake up out of that dream, Hara. That not your bank you the dream about.
My gosh, Henry. After that dream, I realized my bank the chance me.
You know how long I tell you make we go down the Heritage Bank and try better off yourself?
Here at Heritage Bank, we are privileged to serve you as Belize's premier banking institution. We appreciate our customers' business and continually work on improving the customer's experience by providing a wide range of low-cost products and services designed to exceed your personal or business expectations. So come on into our offices and see what all we have to offer.
Why, Henry, I glad I make the switch because I love the Heritage Bank experience.
If you happy, I happy to be. Beside the fact that the previous bank still charge for everything.
Heritage Bank, the bank that gives you more.
Pelican, the beer of Belize, the best tasting beer in Belize.
From the company who brought you Buendia freeze-dried coffee, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Grace.
Recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macal River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The Public Utilities Commission informs the general public that the PUC provides the service of licensing wiremen. Licensed wiremen are required to inspect, construct, repair, alter, or do any work whatsoever to any part of any electrical installation connected or intended to be connected to the public electricity system. The requirements to become a licensed wireman are to sit and pass a wireman exam managed by the PUC, a fee of $20 for sitting the wireman exam, a valid police record, a copy of diploma or any additional certification, 2 ID-size pictures, 2 references from licensed wiremen, a fee of $10 for application for the license after passing the exam. Exams are conducted at the PUC office on 41 Gabriel Lane on Wednesdays and Fridays. Exam results are given within 1 week after taking the exam. Persons failing the exam cannot retake it until after 1 year has passed since their last sitting of the exam. For a list of licensed wiremen, please visit our website at www.puc.bz. For more information, please feel free to visit our offices at 41 Gabriel Lane, Belize City, call us at 223-4930, or email us at info@puc.bz.
Conserve energy by using natural energy sources. Choose energy-efficient lighting and appliances and save as much as 25% per year. Service your appliances and cooling equipment in your homes and businesses regularly. When not in use, turn it off. Save energy, save money. This message brought to you by Belize Electricity Limited.
We know that in today's busy business environment, you need banking to be fast, flexible, and convenient. With Belize Bank's free online banking, you can process employee payroll, make Social Security contributions, make GST payments, process customs duty payments, view account information, pay bills, and more. Sign up for Belize Bank online today and spend more time focusing on what matters most, the success of your business. Belize Bank Online. Easy, convenient, secure.
In a traffic roundabout, some common mistakes when turning a quarter of the way around are entering into the circle and not yielding to traffic into the circle, making a right turn from the left or inside lane, exiting the circle and not yielding to pedestrians or crosswalks. For a quarter of the way around, the correct approach is to enter from the outside lane, signal right, yield to pedestrians and traffic in the circle, proceed when safe, and exit in the right lane. Remember, choose your lane before entering, slow down, yield before entering and exiting the roundabout, and use your signals.
This message was brought to you by the Road Safety Initiative.
This edition of First Thing in the Morning, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your entertainment and information center in Belize. OJ Elrington, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City on a Thursday. It's the 5th day of April.
Yes.
2018. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. You could call us anytime. Our lines are open. And we want to say congratulations to the 2 winners who called in just a while ago. and got themselves $20 credit.
Definitely.
And I'm certain they can enjoy it immediately.
They can start making some calls immediately.
The Guardian is out too. Get a copy of the Guardian. And the headline article, what is Philip Akill doing with 131.54 acres of land, and then marking bullets to curb crime, and Philip Willoughby becomes Nemo operations officer, and wanted American may be in Belize, and these are but some of the articles in the Guardian. Yeah.
Joe, I'm surprised that I'm getting an echo. Let me cut off one of that one, yes. Yes. So I'm surprised that in today's edition of the Guardian, we did not have what I thought is a disrespect, a spit in the face of the good teachers of Belize once again. It has been abundantly clear, but it becomes and I tried to and will continue to try to have to believe that there can be some reform in the leadership of the BNTU, but it seems that they will remain steadfast and strong in their commitment to hijack the teachers union, which, as I've said on many occasions, is a critically important ingredient in this mix that we call our Belizean democracy. Unions play a vital role, and the teachers union play a vital role, and the bedrock of our society. And for me, the absolutely most important profession are teachers, and because teachers are the molders and the persons that help create every other profession and that actually mold our society and guide our society in the direction that we want to go. So for me, teachers are absolutely important, and the Belize Teachers Union plays a critical role in trying to ensure, or should play a critical role in trying to ensure the best for our teachers so far as their professional, the quality of their professional experience, and so far as their delivery of service for the educational system. And therefore, again, when there is such blatant disrespect for those good teachers who genuinely believe, who I believe are the vast majority of teachers in Belize, who genuinely believe that the BNTU should not be used as a partisan political tool, when they do things like they did yesterday and have the keynote speaker at the National Convention none other than the deputy party leader for the PUP, it is a spit in the face. It is a blight. It is a wanton disrespect for each and every single, for the institution that is the BNTU, and for those teachers that genuinely believe that the BNTU should not be used as a partisan political tool. There is no way you can tell me that in your right mind that it is okay for you to have the deputy party leader of the People's United Party, or let me say this, or even if it was the deputy party leader for the UDP to speak at the convention in that capacity, and he would have a lot more authority to be speaking at that convention because he is the Minister of Education. But let's say, but out of optics, out of the ensuring that there would be no accusation of bias, you would think that you would have better sense and greater respect for the institution and for the teachers than to do such a thing. And therefore, for me, like I said yesterday, it is an absolute disrespect, And I think that's how they should cease and desist from that behavior. It has become clearer and clearer that the leadership of the BNTU has hijacked that institution, and it is clearly not reflective of what is the intent of the union. Because even, and I believe that, oh yes, there are some even PUPs who do not believe that the union should be used in that way, because then it becomes a political a tool. So, and I've seen people who are as independent as become independent say the very same thing. So I'm sure that I am on the right track, because it is only supporters of the People's United Party, and it's those rabid supporters at that who have seen absolutely nothing wrong with it. They see nothing wrong with the fact that Colonel Hyde is allowed to be the keynote speaker at a BNTU national convention. Of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people in Belize, the best person you could find to help you with your message is the leader of the opposition. And then they will tell you, no, we're not leaning towards the PUP. We're not a secret society and a tool for the PUP. But yet, you have the same legal advisor. Both the PUP have Eamon Courtney as their legal advisor, and the BNTU has Eamon Courtney as a legal advisor. And you say that, oh, you're supposed to be talking about national issues, and that is the same man who is also the legal advisor for Ashcroft and has been such a traitor to our Belizean society. But that is the person that is your legal advisor, you see.
Well, it's more clearer in my mind that the leadership of the BNTU has its agenda, and it has a political agenda, because one of the things, and you know, we've been talking about the sea land problem, and it was brought up at the closing of the budget presentation, where the Prime Minister lists a number of holdings from the Briceño and the Briceño family and their cronies. And I have heard nothing.
Not a single release.
Nothing from
not a whimper.
Right?
Nothing at all. Also, not one thing at all.
Look, I don't know. We have probably thousands of teachers, and I am certain that there are thousands of teachers who don't even own a house lot. But you have heard them say nothing about that. You've heard them say nothing about, right? And yeah, that are one of my concerns.
Joe, again, they will claim, and so I don't understand. I wonder now if they will admit that the leadership, and again, I must be, and I've been very consistent in my message. People want to make it seem as though there are those who mischief makers who want to make it seem as though I try to say, oh, it's an attack on the BNTU as a whole. I've consistently been the person that tell you, no, this is not a BNTU issue. This is about the leadership of the BNTU that has hijacked what is a critical institution. This is not about teachers. In fact, as I've told you, I was a teacher myself. Remember, I just spoke to my student just now. Right?
And you tell her what you used to teach,
exactly.
What you used to teach,
right? And I've expressed the importance of the teachers in our society, and that is all the more reason why it is an absolute abomination that we have a leadership who has hijacked such an important institution and continues to use it as a partisan political tool to serve their own selfish motives and that of the people that they have apparently become puppets of.
Carlo, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Man, this is Joe brought that thing about whole flat again, but I'm not dwelling into that. But please ask OJ the question where I'm calling asked 2 days ago about the legal ramification as to what we can do in terms of the citizenry having outstanding lands at the lands department. And the next thing where I want to shed light on, the BNTU, I don't know, like one time people want to do things I believe, they run go to the BNTU and say, the teachers, they endorse it, the teachers, they endorse it. I haven't gotten anybody to speak to me on the endorsement of any agenda, any book release as human rights, any you understand what everything they want to do, they run to the BNTU for endorsement, and we the teachers on the ground, we don't know where to go on, you know. But about 5 or 6 people in our office, we say, yes, we agree to it, yes, we endorse it, yes, we do this, yes, we that, yes, we that. Run yes, son, no, sir. We, the teachers on the ground, we not endorse nothing with no PUP political agenda. And I've spoken to a lot of teachers about this, and they have the same concern that they're using one blank statement. The teachers endorse this when that is not the case. And it is unfair to myself, it is unfair to the profession, and it is unfair to my colleagues in the teaching profession to say that we endorse such a thing, and we were never consulted about any issue on the ground.
Well, Kala, I think that
I just wanted to make mention of that because it's coming out a lot that teachers endorse this, teachers endorse that, and they don't consult with us.
But OG, I would want to believe that that's why they have a convention. That's why they have this annual general meeting, where at an annual general meeting you raise your concerns.
Well, Joe, let me say I wouldn't necessarily think that that's the only mechanism to communicate through a democratic process. However, I've been consistent on this, and the caller was perfectly on point. And on several instances, that has been expressed by teachers over and over and over, that the process that they go about making these decisions is absolutely undemocratic. And that is the very reason that I'm saying that they're hijacking the BNTU. They claim that, the executives make this decision. The executives make this decision without any consultation with the general membership. And it is absolutely outrageous that they do these things, and they make these decisions, and they try to, and what they do is that they trick other teachers into believing that all the decisions they came about through some democratic process. They said, this is what they voted on, and it is some fairy tale story about that, this is what the teachers want, some arbitrary teachers. Nobody can identify who are these teachers that they talk about. Nobody can identify the process that they went about going through making these decisions. Once again, yesterday was a glaring example, a spit in the face of the good teachers of Belize. And that is why I said that I believe those teachers that need, the teachers that do not want their organization to be used as a partisan political tool should step up or step out and make it very clear that this should not be what is done. You see me? I'm a part of many different organizations, you know. A proud UDP, but I know when if I am a part of a certain organization, then that organization needs to be acting in that capacity, that the reason I'm a part of that. So if I am at the Sports Council and I'm part of the Sports Council, we don't operate as a partisan political agent. Our interest is in the best interest of sports.
Yeah.
So it is not a political agency. You understand me? And that one is actually a statutory body that's a part of the government. But if you talk about other things, like today I have a meeting with the Coalition of Service Providers, which is a private agency. When I go there and we're making decisions, and that is not based on what is best for a political party. It is based on what is best for the service providers of Belize. In the same way, when we talk about teachers in Belize, the BNTU plays a critical role. And therefore, when these decisions are being made by leadership who consistently makes decisions which are not a reflection of the general membership of the BNTU are not decided through a democratic process, because I could not knock it if it is that all these decisions they come about through a democratic process. Nothing is wrong with that. If they had if they allowed all the teachers in the BNTU to vote on who they wanted to be their keynote speaker, then I would have no problem with that. But when you talk about, it was a democratic process, but this democratic process is only where the very same leadership who has shown its very colors, one of them the vice president and who was a former president, was not a mayoral candidate for the PUP, was a PUP mayor. Right?
In PG.
In PG. When you have a legal advisor who is the very same legal advisor for the PUP, when you decide that your keynote speaker is going to be the deputy leader of the PUP, please tell me how this thing does not have a serious stench of bias.
You know, but I kind of all the time when you remember when there were negotiations with government, with the UDP government, Luke, the president at that time said, I have to consult with my membership. Now, when you look at the whole makeup of the BNTU is made up of a number of different unions, you know, all across this country, and I stand to be corrected, but I think it is made up of 8 unions, 8 teachers' union, and they come together. The unions, the teachers' union, they are the primary societies, right? And then the BNTU is a secondary organization. So for a decision to be made, that has to go down to the management of the individual unions, who should then discuss it with their membership, and then it come back up. It ought not to be a decision taken by just a few people.
That's right.
And so the whole decision-making process, as I see it, and I agree with you 100%, the teachers are being used by the leadership, and the decision-making process is undemocratic.
They misinform the teachers, they skew, and we've seen this over and over and over. They misinform the teachers, the general membership. I shouldn't say the teachers, the general membership as to the facts. And they don't even, and 9 times out of 10, they don't even go to the general membership. Who they misinform is maybe even a branch leadership. Because what they try to do is to skew the message towards whatever it is that they want the final outcome to be. And so I just wanted to say, to put it on record, my absolute disappointment in the leadership of the BNTU once again. They are hijacking the union and are not serving the best interests of the teachers of Belize and not even the teachers of the BNTU. And you see, it is for that reason that you see a consistent reduction in the number of teachers that are members of the BNTU. Would you believe that less than half of the teachers in Belize are members of the BNTU? And then those that are members, then of those who are members, a significant number of them are inactive members as well, because they are so frustrated with the process. They're so frustrated with the idea that it is just a few people who are making decisions on behalf of an entire union without any necessary consultation.
Talking about membership, I don't know what is the total teacher population in this country, but from information I got, the membership of the teachers union is about 4,000. Right? The membership of the teachers union across this country is about 4,000.
There's over 8,000 teachers in Belize.
Okay, so if you're saying it's over 8,000,
well over 8,000 teachers in Belize.
Less than
50%
is represented
yes.
by the union. Now, when you look at a demonstration they had the other day, and you're talking about, I think they said it was like about 400 teachers, if I'm not mistaken. On the news I heard that figure of about 400 teachers went out there. It's about what? It's about 5% of the total teacher population out there. and 10% of the membership. And the caller who is a teacher called us and he mentioned his concern. He told us what is his concern. His concern is that he as a teacher was not consulted.
Yes.
And he has discussed this with many of his other fellow colleagues, and they're saying, but they were never consulted. But they're here, oh, it's endorsed by the BNTU. And I agree with you 100%.
Well, that was a first-hand experience. That was someone expressing to us directly the fact that they as a teacher have not been consulted on none of these issues, and most specifically, most certainly was not consulted on who is the keynote speaker, not consulted on any of these factors, who is a legal advisor, any of these things, yet they claim that these decisions come about through a democratic process.
And yet but the members must pay a due, must pay on dues, which and they must finance the operation of the union, but they're not consulted. But I'm certain that every month the deductions are made from their salaries.
Definitely.
To finance the operation of the union, but then they are not consulted when important decisions are to be made. And the whole decision-making process in the union is very undemocratic. Very undemocratic. Because you join a union because you want to receive, you want the union to fight for you, for your cause.
Yes.
But then now, you, rather than having a union, having officers who fight for your cause, they just use you to represent number. So you're not a member, you're just a number.
Yeah.
You could go on proud and say, oh, well,
we have 4,000 members.
But how many of those 4,000 members
including the decision process,
involved
in the decision-making process?
And that are to be the major concern of the members of the union. Because, man, I tell you, there are lots of good members of the teachers' union. There are many good.
I would say, Joe. In fact, I would not say. I am sure the vast majority of members of the teachers' union are great people who they obviously can, again, having a partisan political preference does not exclude you from saying, I do not want that to be a part of my union business. You can support a political party without saying, you know what, I want this political party to push my partisan agenda. So you can be a good PUP, you can be a good UDP, and say, you know what, I don't want to push the partisan political agenda. Or in certain instances, you might be a good UDP and say, you know what, there is a specific issue that I as a teacher would want my union to push, which might not be in coordination with what it is my party is presenting. For example, it might be unspecific to my profession. So it might be to say, well, teachers, they want to have more holiday, arbitrary thing. They want more holiday. Or they want, for example, they want to see a raise of pay. That was an issue, and they want to see a raise of pay. Now that is something which goes directly to them, or better working conditions if you're talking about insurance or whatever it is, or maybe there has been a number of schools with asbestos or whatever it is, and they want it to be a decision made that no schools with asbestos would be allowed to be open, or whatever it may be. But those are decisions which affect the person personally in their professional capacity as a teacher, and they want these things addressed, and they want them addressed immediately. And that is and should be the function of a teachers union, or any union for that fact. It need not be a teachers union, but for any union, it is supposed to be to lobby on behalf of the membership. That is the purpose
issues
of it.
which should benefit the membership.
Benefit the membership, or affect the membership. And again, this is not to say that all teachers cannot be involved in whatever are national issues which might affect them, but whatever decision, when it is some things, it has to be, the decisions, they have to be made through a democratic process. A democratic process which is as inclusive as possible. Don't tell me that your democratic process is is what they call it, the board of directors or whatever it is of the teachers union, that they will make the decision on behalf of all the membership, and that's how you will go on strike because it is all union. Because the union, and yet it is only 8 people that were consulted.
The management.
It's only 8 people were consulted in this process, or that you'll make such a drastic decision as to who will be the keynote speaker based on decision of 8 people. Really, 8 people. I can't find that to be. I can't find that to be acceptable, Joe.
And you talk about a membership of 4,000.
4,000 people. Yet you're saying that that is a democratic process. You really believe that that is a democratic process, which reflects the will of the people of that union. 8 out of over 4,000 members of the union.
Well, when the man give me this information, Mr. Fraser, it was Mr. Fraser who gave me this information, and he gave me this information right here on the show one day when they call and they tell me, right? He said membership the 4,000. He was telling me we had a problem with the Jews, right? And the scale 1 to 7 pays $18, and scale 8 up pays $20. And they collect a total of $912,000 from the unions.
This union membership.
Yeah. Yep. And this is information he gave me. So and I have it right now in my e-book, but that's just while you were talking about teachers, because my thing is, we need to get an amount of teachers. You're saying there are over 8,000 teachers across the length and breadth of this country. According to Mr. Fraser's information, there is about 4,000 teachers who are members of the teachers union, different teachers union. And now 8 person, they make the decision for 4,000 people.
You see, and that is
who are to represent over 8,000 people. So you got let's say you got 1 in 1,000.
Yeah.
Making decision. Making a decision for 1,000.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
Absolutely ridiculous. And you bring up the point there of how much are they collecting dues?
Well, the information I have here is $912,000.
Almost $1 million.
It 364,800 and 547,200.
Almost $1 million. I would want to ask the membership for them to ensure that they get proper accounting for that and for what exactly their dues are being used, because I would want to know, and maybe some teacher can tell me, what are the services offered by the BNTU? Is there an insurance program? Is there a debt program? I would want to know what are some of the services offered by the BNTU for that type of dues, because that is a significant number.
Let me pull this call. Caller, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Joe, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, OJ.
Good morning.
Listen to me, Joe. First of all, I need to dig up one of my person will say, don't hear me call a long time for the radio.
All right.
For us all, my good friend Thomas. And the man they tell me, he said, man, I don't like when I don't hear you. I get up the morning and the flick and I don't hear you on a call. But Joe, the reason why I call you, because it took me. It's because, Joe, you ever hear me call and complain about the KTMH? How many times have you called me and and complain about the KHMH, Joe.
I've never heard you.
I have called and defended the KHMH on many occasions. Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Joe, you know, I had a little thing happen to me over last weekend, you know, and it bothered me because I guess the guy maybe felt that I have an issue with the hospital, or I'm one of those people who believe that the hospital is not a good hospital. You know, I was at work and I fell off a scaffold and messed up my back, right? I was in a lot of pain. And I went to the KHMH store. Upon reaching the KHMH, I met a doctor by the name of Mr. Alain Gonzalez. Very humble guy. I mean, I think the guy we got off on the wrong foot. But, you know, Joe, I was in the hospital from 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was there until about 3 in the evening. They gave me an injection. The pain was kind of calmed down a little. And, Joe, I was there on my back. On my belly because I couldn't lay up on my back. And I didn't know I leave bed, I leave triage room or just where to enter them. And I was there for so long that one fella just came and they took me out from there and they put me in the corridor, Joe. Now, Joe, I don't know if you know Luke Calabo, but I have a bed at my house. And nobody they watch me when in the past I sleep in my bed. So after a while in the chair, in the bed outside, I decided, well, you know what, let me get up and go home because obviously nothing much wrong with me why nobody don't want to see me, you know? Well, the thing is, as I got up and I started to walk out the hospital, the doctor came and he said, Mr. Calimo, what's the problem? Where you going? I said, Doc, well, you know, it looks like nothing happened to me, so because if something is serious, you guys may have to explain. Now, listen to me, Joe. I am not saying that I was upset that I was waiting at the hospital. You know what I was upset about, Joe? The fact that I was just there. Nobody told me not. Like I was explaining to the doctor now. That is not that I have a problem. I'm telling you, I was laying there. All of a sudden they took me out, put me in the corridor. Nobody said nothing to me. So I even said, you know, the reason why the hospital gets a bad rap is for things like this. It's because you make people feel like you're not paying attention. Do you understand what I said, Joe? I even went on and told the doctor, I said, the doctor, look, do you know what the waiting time in other countries? He said about 5 hours. I get that. I understand that. I have no problem with the waiting time, Joe. My problem was that while I was waiting, nobody said nothing to me. I was not informed. I was just left there, and it felt like nobody cared.
But look, did it ever run through your mind that while you were there to ask what was the situation? Because obviously, what you're telling me sounds like you were you went there and you were under observation.
Yes, sure.
And so maybe if you were there. And you said nobody said anything to you. I think it is your responsibility to ask that when it happened. I may do that.
Joe. Joe.
I'm listening to you.
If you know Luke Callimore, I am very vocal.
I know, but maybe that was one of the times when you were less vocal, when you should have been vocal.
Listen to me, Joe. Listen to me, Joe. The majority of the time I was in this room. A nurse came a couple times and passed. I heard noises. There was a curtain pulled. I was actually one of the injection arms put me to sleep. When I woke up is when they moved me outside of the place, right? Because the injection was, I don't know what it was, but it was good guy put me to sleep. But
I kept you quiet.
Because I'm not ignorant. Not one of those guys who are just get here to. I asked, I was like, okay, what's happening? Well, they said they already went. Joe, I was so out that I never even remember they had already taken me for the X-ray then. But when I'm in the corridor and I'm looking over the doctor's station, I see everybody sit down, a doctor with his phone, this one walking there, and I just thought, but why nobody come and say, okay, Mr. Callimore, well, you know the doctor will go see you, will he check your X-ray or will he? I mean, blow some smoke, Joe, blow some leaf smoke, give me some story. I need, but give me some kind of thing make I feel that, you know what, I'm on your mind. No, listen to me, Joe. You say, when I called you just now, that I have never complained about the hospital. I'm not complaining. This is not a complaint. I'm just making a statement because I can't keep it inside me, Joe. When I hold things in, I get angry, and then I only angry with me. That's the reason why I say I always call the show and talk what I got to say. And if I hold it in, it'll bother me. You think what I'm saying? So
make us know something. What's the point now? Tell us. Let us get to the point. You're calling, and then you went there. You had you got attended to. What? You're upset.
I got attended to afterwards when I got up and I said I was going home, and then I got attended to, and they found out that nothing was broken and blah blah blah. But it's just the way how it happened, Joe. It made the hospital look bad because then it made them look like they didn't care. You understand me? That's the point.
Okay.
I just felt that.
You're feeling better now, though, and you're happy that you went to the KHMH.
I'm ecstatic. Listen to me. Listen to me, Joe. Joe, if I had gone anywhere else, I would have paid about $500.
All right.
I'm ecstatic that I went to the KHMH. I am just still upset of the way how I was treated.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah, I don't, Joe, listen to me. I have never been treated like that. I have never had a procedure done at the KHMH and been mistreated. Because you never heard it before. I am the person who defends the KHMH more than anything else. You get what I'm saying? Because I believe in the KHMH.
Me too.
So this is not a complaint, Joe. This is just me wanting to vent.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, you've done that. So anyway, I trust that you're feeling better. And thanks to the KHMH and the doctors at the KHMH and the staff. And we want to big them up. We want to say thanks for treating Luke Calamo. You've improved. Okay, my brother?
That's right, Joe.
Yeah, man, yeah. Make we take this other call. Carla, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I understand when a young man say, because I had the same problem. I got to Belmopan Hospital, and I did it up for like 5 minutes, and then nobody could attend to me. And that because I carry one baby and the baby cried. The nurse said, sit down there. And 5 minutes after, they come and ask, you may want something? That's just the way how they treat you, how they talk to you, make you feel bad. I mean, you don't know you have to deal with people. You're supposed to have patients, one nurse and one doctor. You have to have a lot of patients, you have to handle people with love. If you know you can't do it, then not take
that job. All right.
Okay, thank you.
So we want the institution where we provide care, the caregiving institutions across the length and breadth of this country. Maybe we must be receptive. Maybe we need to communicate more with the people who come to ask for care. Maybe that help. I mean, I could understand. I'm the kind of person when I go anywhere, I want to ask questions, and when it comes to my health, I want to ask questions. You know, give me an injection, and so what an injection for. I mean, where that and how long I supposed to the results and kind of thing. You know what I mean? How you make her feel dizzy, that kind of thing. And I think we too, we need to understand that we need to be interested in our health too. But I do agree, because throughout the length and breadth of this country, you got a different offices, and men sometimes you wonder if the people that will attend to you realize that, you know, we, the persons who come there for the services, are the same persons who pay for the pay you. So we want us, man, make we be more kind to the people. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
OJ, morning.
Morning.
But OJ, I listened to you last night, and I really would have wanted you to discuss that issue last night with the Constitution, where you and Kenworth when they talk about the last portion of the talk show last night on Lick Road. Very important, because I think that a lot of women misunderstand or not really get the gist of it, and some people they try misinform people. But the way you explained it last night, meticulously, point to point, a matter of fact, I sent you a text last night when you discussed that issue. Because I learned a lot of things I really never aware of as myself. And I don't know, I try as much as possible be in accordance with the law. But when you explained it last night, very much educational, and I, as a layman, learned a lot from it last night, my brother. And I have to commend you, and I believe that, like last night, while it made very good, the talk show the man have a wider listening, in terms of the amount of people who are listening to our talk show the morning.
Definitely.
And if you could maybe kind of repeat that discussion, that would have helped even more in terms of the education aspect of it, because it really helps.
All right, my brother.
Yeah. No problem, brother. Okay.
All right, thank you. Well, he's referring to what we began the show with Joe, when we talked about the amendments to the criminal code, sorry, the crime prevention measures, you understand me? And as I said, he'll be happy to next week, Thursday.
Yeah, for tuning next week
Thursday, we're going to have the Attorney General along with myself, and we're going to be going into further detail. Like you said, yesterday it's a shorter show, obviously, when we talk about for McWave and Lick Road, but we would have the extended conversation right here on Trending Thursdays next week, Thursday, which will go into detail, far more detail into the amendments.
Okay. Yeah. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm calling this morning because for 3 weeks now they haven't picked up my trash.
Your trash?
Yes.
Okay.
This morning I watched them 2 lanes. They pick up their trash when I said they're gonna come. I stand downstairs and they pass. They didn't come on this street. I live in Kings Park, at Buchanan, Adon, and St. Peter. And my trash is full.
Well, the number to call is the Belize City Council, and the number I have here is 227-2622. 227-2622. And I'm certain that 227-2622.
Hold on, let me write it down. I'm sorry. Because I really need this trash pick up. I'll get a pen right now. Give me 1 minute. Okay.
227 2622. 227-2622. Call that number.
Thank you very much. I surely appreciate it. Have a blessed day.
You too, my dear. Yeah.
Yes,
So man, next week Wednesday. Next week Thursday, we'll be having the Attorney General with us, who will be able to explain in more details the
amendments. But Joe, the both callers before this one were speaking about the KHMH, and I think that I did not know at least that the specialist clinics at the KHMH have been reactivated. It says here that they reactivated starting on April 3rd, which have been day before yesterday. Day before yesterday.
Which would be Monday.
Which will be on Monday. Would that have been Monday? Yes. Monday. No, it said Tuesday. As of Tuesday, April 3rd. Tuesday, April 3rd. And because, again, as we know, a few weeks or a few days ago, they had suspended some of the specialist clinics because of structural issues with the KHMH. I believe that they have made temporary fixes to the facility. So now specialist clinics have resumed to their full capacity at the KHMH. So, obviously as a Belizean, we're happy to hear that, because we know a lot of people depend on the services of the KHMH. I think it was last year, I believe I had some issue. I don't know what had happened, like I had a pinched nerve in my back or something like that, and I must admit that the service, my experience when I went was absolutely spectacular. Now, I have no doubt of what the callers are talking about because they're human beings, and so while some sections might treat you and some persons might treat you with exceptional service, you will find that some individuals don't have that same type of customer service. But my last experience at the KHMH was absolutely spectacular, you know. So but we're happy to hear that the specialist clinics have resumed
since Tuesday
because those
were suspended indefinitely, you know.
Yes, and so we're happy to hear that those have returned back. Joe, as usual, you know, in sports news, I must say that I wish the best of luck. We have a team that has gone off to the
Commonwealth Games,
to the Commonwealth Games. Where exactly is it being held?
Australia.
So the Gold Coast, yes, Australia. Went in Australia, you know, there are many different disciplines represented: table tennis, track and field, cycling, and table tennis, and the triathlon. And therefore, you know, we want to wish the members of that team the best of luck in the Commonwealth Games. I think the Commonwealth Games would probably be, in terms of sporting disciplines of that type of, I think it would be maybe the third largest after there's the Olympics, then you would have the Pan American Games, and then the Commonwealth Games, which is a little bit smaller than that. So it would be the third largest multidiscipline sporting event in the world, and so we want to wish them the best of luck. On a similar note, I know that this afternoon at the Sports Council we're hosting a luncheon for the champions of the Campeche Cup, who is a team that went to represent Belize. I believe that all the team is an under 15 team, and they represented Belize in the Campeche Cup. That's a huge international basketball tournament over last weekend, and they were successful in coming back with the championship. That is, you know, Polo, he calls in consistently and tells us about the young men. And for me, one of the things that I must applaud him about is, yes, he's saying he talks about basketball, but he's consistent that the most important thing that he tries to teach his young men is about discipline, is about hard work, is about dedication, is about life. And he said he chose that age group because that age group is where they're transitioning from boys to men.
Yeah.
And not only have they been absolutely successful in their athletic ventures, he has said that all these young men are absolutely stellar young men.
Okay.
And so we thought it fit and fitting that we honor them with a luncheon this afternoon, and so we'll be having that at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in the conference room.
Yeah.
And you know, they will be in attendance, and there will be a small little award ceremony for them as well. And so once again, I want to congratulate these young men who have done an absolutely spectacular job. I think Pule has expressed that in the last year or two, over some time period, that these young men are 40-0, have gone undefeated after meeting some hiccups in their first few instances when he reconstituted the team. That in the last year or two, that these young men have been 40-0 in terms of majority international competition.
Wow.
So it's
they don't lose it.
They haven't lost in quite some time.
Why? So back with police guy. Carla, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good day, and my brother Dami again.
Brother.
I have to commend you on that again, because one of the things where they say in a Dangriga, it's Dankwik district on a whole, where you have young people actually show their talent, and that is because again, Joe and OJ, the amount of money that's been spent in infrastructure, and as well the opposition with the cry that they can't eat their thing, it is showing the potential of the great Belizean that we have by these infrastructure, because now they have been coming out and explore their talent. Look at Wagia. The amount, they're not experienced as much as the young people where the team has. where now they carry the football club to another level. And I tell them, my son, who that the top goal scorer at Wagia with General Castillo with 8 goals. Very much humble, but they have a stadium and people go, they go see, and he was able to maximize his talent. Look at the Jungle Dream Ballers, you know, in the Chester Auditorium, Chester Auditorium. When the sports there and you see the young talent in other place. And so yes, it helps to show how when government spend the money in that area. So because once you spend the money in that area, people will come out and people will show their talent and you know, like I said, job well done, and that's the area where I support 100%.
You know, my brother, you know, my brother, I am saying you can't talk about developing sports in whatever discipline if you know got good facilities.
True.
I remember, and I always remember OJ, when OJ first came on the show, earlier, OJ say he into track and field. And he got represent Belize Surrey, but now he get our fancy shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
First time I wear track shoes.
First time I wear the track shoes. You are going to represent Belize, and the first time here I wear track shoes out there when you represent Belize.
And first time running on an artificial surface. Yes.
Right?
Before that,
but now,
grass.
so now, what is happening now in Belize that we have these facilities here, so we prepare. We are better prepared. But some people, some of the PUP, they are, they build too much infrastructure, man. Here we go on. If and you are saying this now. If you look, I mean, I look for one thing there for PG, the young boy, they say, man, we could play basketball. One lot of man they play. I mean, you go around, you see a lot of people they play basketball on the street. They got one piece of they got one piece of they got one pigtail bucket that and a rim, and then they play it. They dangerous. Now I drive by the Civic Center the other day, man, and I see the outdoor court full of. And then right now we are getting more basketball court at the Marion Jones Stadium, man. The people, young people, need places to go and use up the energy. And what better way where you could use the energy than in a sports. I am looking at but hold on, I am looking forward into the not too very distant future. We will have more Belizeans playing in international sports.
That's right. Definitely. One of the things I have to say, Joan, Coach, in line with the infrastructure, Monday, I ran a city, and my goodness, the amount of vehicles when they are City River and the amount of people when they are City River. But even more than that, when you see the license plate, you got Cairo, Orangewa, Corozal, Belize City, Tangriga, PG, you know, and then you realize that people come from all over the country.
But why they come?
Why? Because of the infrastructure.
You got good roads.
You could drive for PG, you could drive for Benke, you could drive for Kyle. It is the infrastructure, Joe and OJ, that create the environment. And then when you you know where I have to go eat? I don't know where that Miss Andrews way out of the spot for that buy food, because every single place they miss up pack and people buy and people have good time. And when I got on Miss Andrews, even she may pack, but she had less crowd because she was at the entrance of the village in terms of the facility. But people were there, and it is because of the infrastructure that allow people to go. And so I support the infrastructure project, and without that, you can't move.
You know, John, the other day, one lady called when they had the Ruta Maya. She was complaining that she come down and they sell ice by the Civic Center and they charge her $100. That was the negative part of the thing. But the positive part of the thing in the lady's story was that the lady is from Orange Walk.
You see?
And she came from Orange Walk. She buy ice the Orange Walk, was able to bring her ice to Belize City. For sell snow cones in Belize City. And she come back because she worked at Corozal. But that was only possible because of the good roads. I remember, and you remember, and maybe OJ, I'm more advanced in the age than OJ. But you remember days when you go to PG. You left at 6 o'clock in the morning, to get a PG 8, 9 o'clock the night.
And that's because the road no flood, because the bridge no flood.
Yes, and then you have to, you get the money, because I used to work in government, I was in the inspection branch, so they're all over, because we did all the thing at cooperatives and credit unions. And what happened is that when you get the Monday, Tuesday you're tired, so you start work Wednesday. Now you could run a PG and get a PG in like 4 hours.
That's right.
Exactly. The first bus for PG like 3:34 to get a Belize City. It passed through Danguga 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. By 8:39, that done at Belize City, the first bus for PG. Right?
Yeah.
So you're right compared to way back.
Then another joke. So the infrastructure.
Yes, so and then the amount of one of the things I have to say on this issue, Joe and OJ, we never have no major crime in the South, and we encourage more people to get the love of the South and carry it back in the area, but we never have no major crime in the South. The police was very vigilant. We saw the presence of the police, and we've been glad for that. But we enjoy ourselves. People left City and Hopkins. Remember they got a big Parana Fest at Hopkins Saturday night. I never gone because I had commitments for Sunday. But I hear it was well attended and a lot of people enjoyed themselves. And again, for what I did here, and I had no major incident of that in terms of gun violence and so. And so we're very happy to know that the South went at least without no major violence over the Easter holiday. It encouraged more and more people to come back to enjoy themselves in the South. So Joe and Alphonse, Joe and OJ, infrastructure, sports, and thing, I support my government to know that they're doing an extremely good job to making sure that this country develop in other area.
Okay, my buddy, thanks. You know, OJ, and you know, over the Easter holiday, we've been here since the Easter holiday, and we talk about everybody else. And I think I want to take this opportunity today to big up the police.
Yeah.
Who over the Easter holiday maintain law and order. I mean, you know, a lot of people left their house. A lot of people go out for the Easter. Some people go out for extended period, that kind of thing. And by the police, the BDF, the security forces were here taking care of business. And we want to say thanks to all the security forces who maintain law and order over the holiday. I mean, I never gone anywhere. I stayed home. Everybody else gone. And I mean, the police made regular checks around the area, so they drive around slow, you know what I mean? And why big up the police.
I fully endorse a statement.
You know, I will tell you something, and I heard an interview from the TV, foreign TV the other day. I won't tell anybody I support the police, but I don't support them when they do stupidness.
No, nobody.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Nobody.
So, Carlo, good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm my brother.
Yeah, talking about infrastructure and turning back to yesterday. I mean, the first infrastructure occurred first in British Honduras. That was 1923. Started from the Courthouse Wharf to Santa Elena. And after the transportation that we used to have from Belize to Cairo had eliminated. And from then, went loose. Roads start all from Belize to Coro, coming to Orange Walk, from Rolling Creek to Dangiga. Please, infrastructure had been developed, and who don't foresee that to continue our course needs to put a rope around his neck and find the highest branch. Thanks.
Who can see the man say, who can see the infrastructure and the benefits for the infrastructure? Take a rope tight rope and they can find the highest branch.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. So before we got the call, I was talking about the under 15 team that went to Campeche and won the championship, and that we're having the lunch. And that same, about half of that team is also members of the junior national team, who are also going to be competing in an international tournament next week. And so I just wanted to use this opportunity to wish them the best of luck as well as they go and represent Belize in an international, I think that is a FIBA sanctioned event. That one is FIBA, and that is the official national team, of which about half the young men are the same young men. And I believe that old Mr. Polo Lightburn has been, because he's half of it is his original team as well, has been asked to be the assistant coach of that team. And so I want to wish them the best of luck in that. And last but not least is that this weekend is the CEO Cancer Ride, and so I want to implore all Belizeans from Mile 25, an absolutely great event for an absolutely wonderful cause.
Why I missed that one day?
Yes, it's this week.
I missed this one. I wrote the first one.
It's this Saturday. It's this Saturday. I know I'm going to be in pain after it again, but it is well worth it. It's a wonderful experience. It's for an absolutely great cause. And so if you have not signed up yet, I know that you can sign up at the actual race. I believe it is at 6 a.m. But let me
right at the junction there with the landfill, the sanitary landfill. Right
it's
there.
At mile 25, and it's from mile 25 to Belmopan. Again, it's not a race. It's a cancer ride. So you ride at your own pace, at your own leisure. Again,
and when you get your struggles, the
people that gives you a little assistance.
First time I did it 25 miles, but I tell you, I
ride and feel a little pain, but you register. I think it's $25 or $20 for the registration, but I'm sure you can.
And the goal is to make 50,000.
50,000
cancer center in Dangriga, because there's a cancer center in Dangriga which provides a lot of service. We've got two calls. Let's take these calls and then we go. Caller, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Joe.
One
of the things I listened to you talking about infrastructure, right? I would really love and appreciate. Yesterday I took some people to the Mexican side of Belize, and I want to tell you something. These people are Americans, and they complain the whole way. That's why we don't have tolls. How much this highway costs by the airport? Nobody's going to pay for it. You see how that lady called this morning and said about the garbage? I would have understood that call if we were paying to pick up the garbage. We need to pay, Joe. Joe, listen to me now. For the first 3 weeks, everybody's going to hate you. And then they're going to forget it, Joe. And then it will become natural. I want to pay the toll naturally. You know why? Because I want to understand that that's what it is. But somebody needs to get the go-nuts and say, look, man, Mr. Calimo is right. You know what? We spent $11 million on a bridge, and we're going to charge for this bridge. When this bridge rusty, you want to turn on eyesore. When I can't paint it, you know why? Because we don't have no money for it.
Maintenance.
No maintenance. You know what's sad? What's sad is when you take and you drive down the Placentia Highway, and it's a beautiful highway, right? But the bush, they look like encroach on the street. You know why? Because we don't have a fee to keep it clean. That's hard. That the little things will make the finish not there. Like we in Belize, we almost finish everything. And we leave out one little piece more, and that piece will not fix. We left that the eyesore will make the whole thing look bad. Why? Because you don't understand, man. What told you, look at you, you see how nice the road of the airport is right now coming into the city. You see how nice the piece going out one day. This toll all over the country and get all the roads fixed. Because a lot of people moving around, You understand me? But listen to me, Joe. The toll doesn't have to be $5 because that would be excessive. But man, $1 everywhere you go.
But look at those of us who travel, who go to the States, those of us who drive from the States to Belize, know that, man, the amount of toll you pay.
You not even need to go that far. Right in San Pedro, there's a toll at the bridge. The bridge from going from the to go on to the north end. There's a toll at the bridge that you pay when you have to go to the north end in San Pedro. $5.
And people pay.
And the bridge is as wide as this room.
Yes, but you see, Joe, listen to me, Joe.
So,
I want to tell you what the problem with a lot of Belizeans. A lot of Belizeans lack exposure. They only the right of Belize. They have never moved out. They have never read. They have never sat and watched, or they never have traveled. And I'll tell you what happened with that. That's why we're there, because we lack exposure. I mean, listen to me, my brother. One toll, you pay $37 million for a highway. You pay $11 million for a bridge. You pay $25 million. I think the same bypass, the Orange Drop, which is about 4 miles, cost the same thing with 23 miles cost the Placentia, $25 million. And nobody is paying for it. You understand me? This, you know what happened to we now? When the road starts deteriorate, Joe, you know what we have to do? We have to go beg for money now. But we have borrowed the money to fix this road. But if we had a toll there, Joe, you see how much cane trucks pass through there? For the first 3 weeks, Joe, remember this one thing about Belize. For the first 3 weeks, everybody want to hate the government because they put in the toll. And after 3 weeks, they will move on to something else because we are a 3-week mentality people.
It blew over like a little breeze, side Musa say.
But I say, what do you think side going to do with you how to do it?
Okay, blow over like a little breeze.
That everything will blow over like a little breeze.
And then when the breeze don't go, after so much years,
the man is smart enough for me know that Belizeans only remember things for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Move on to something else. That's why every minute they did something to us and hurricanes. I think sometimes they did certain things purposely. We might laugh at certain things.
The little breeze cost me $90 million now. That's a $90 million breeze.
Well, this breeze take longer than what I think because I guess somebody don't want to pay the bill, but I don't know.
Anyway, hey, Lukey, take care of yourself. We gotta go. Carla, good morning. Thanks for holding your life.
Hi, good morning. OG, I want to ask a question. This deals with cross country.
Yes.
The guy who came in second, I understand that he lives in Belize for 15 years. He has a big business in Belize and might even be a Belizean citizen, but treated like not a Belizean. Why?
Well, that
I don't know if that is true, and that's what I understand.
Well, right? well, Belizean, being a Belizean is a
not the color of your skin.
Yeah, it's a legal term, and I'm not too sure who it is, but you could live here. For some people, for whatever reason, they might live here for 15 or 20 years, but if it is you want to be a naturalized Belizean, you would have to apply to be. You'd have to apply to be a Belizean.
And everything,
Yes. So it would have to be that he would have had to make the application. I know for a fact there are some people who have lived in Belize for upwards of 20 years who have never applied for nationality and their citizenship. So it might just be one of those scenarios where he has never applied for it.
Because I observed, I am only looking on the television, and I observed that the guy who won, immediately after he won, he went and he put on a California t-shirt, and I guess maybe they helped sponsor him. But as soon as he won, he went and he put on a California t-shirt. He didn't keep on anything Belizean. I'm just saying what I observed.
Yeah, he's the guy Williams. He
okay,
is,
then, thank you.
All right, thank you.
He's he was born in the States, but he has Belizean parents. Right.
Okay, so Joe, I just wanted to. The last thing is to share the details of the CO ride. I have the official flyer here now. It's like I said, it's going to be this Saturday, April 7th, and it's going to be at 6:30 a.m. at mile 24, not 25, and it's from mile 24 to the Belmopan Showgrounds. If you want to register, you can call 628-5020. That is 628-5020. And again, the registration fee is $25. And like I thought, you get the t-shirt with that $25. So go ahead and make that call, register, sign up. And if you don't sign up before, you can sign up right at the starting line as well. But to ensure that you have your space reserved and you have your t-shirt reserved, sign up before and sign up early.
Two things. Somebody sent me a message here and it said that it is, make up put on my glasses, and in relationship to the same lady, it is Liam Robert Stewart. He came in fourth, not second.
Okay.
That's a person. And then the boy talking about land before we go, right? Man said we refer to Jose Kowe as the land hag. So now Johnny Bristena must say the land shark. And on that note, any final word, my brother?
That was my final word so far. As again, please go out and support the CEO Cancer Ride this Saturday. It's for a wonderful cause and it's a great experience. So come out and support the thing.
Anyway, yeah. We want to encourage Belizeans, treat your taste buds to good food, good pizza. Moore's Pizza Grill, 3.5 miles on the George Price Highway and the Philip Wilson Highway. And then full up your gas. You still full up your gas at Puma Channel, right?
That's right.
Yeah, man. You got Thursday for your 15.
No, I didn't. Sadly enough.
Puma Janelles, boy. Join the Puma Janelles family. Full up your gas right there, and he open up from 6 in the morning till 9 at night, and when you got holiday and if blackout anything, no worries. If you go right there, you get your gas.
That's right.
Jorge is always there, ready to serve, man. And then, boy, when you want you want to cook your food, Bronx, boy, the good friend Bronx, Butane, Kana, he's at Honda Street, is it? Yeah, Honda Street and Mahogany. Anyway, we want to say thanks to Wave Television, CBC Channel 54, CCV Channel 11, Southern Cable Network Channel 43, Dangriga Cable Vision Channel 54, BMA North Curzon Channel 11, Nortivision Channel 10, Northern Cable Network in St. Channel 59, St. Charles Cable Channel 54 in Punta Gorda Town, CTL Cable in Mascal Village for providing us with television coverage. First thing in the morning is carried live on SCRS, Sugar City Radio, 103.1 FM and East Radio 104.9 FM in Orange Walk. You can also find us using the MadLab Radio Belize app, which you can download on your Apple and Android devices. Wave Radio and Wave TV is live every day on our Facebook page, Wave Radio and Wave TV. Find us, like the page, and tune in every day. We want to say thanks to all those persons who called us this morning. We want to say thanks to all those people who communicate with us every day, we want to say thanks to the persons from BTL, and we want to remind customers of BTL that customers of both telecommunication company that effective the 1st of April, GST will be charged on she said data services, right, effective the 1st of April. So if you see that charge, it's GST effective the 1st of April. We want to say thanks for having us in your offices, in your cars, in your homes, in your bedrooms, wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us. OG Elrington, Joe Bradley, we want to bid you a pleasant good morning. Keep it locked on Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your most trusted name in information, education and entertainment. Take it away there, Premier.